Welcome back to The Final Score. In studio with us is Johnny Rice, head coach of the state's top-ranked high school basketball team, North Little Rock. Johnny's been the head coach of the Charging Wildcats since 2012 and has won 4 state titles. That includes a three-peat from 2013 to 2015. It's great to have you here, Coach.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
Now your team is ranked first in the state. So how do you guys prove it night in and night out?
Well, it's when you got that target on your back thing, that makes things different. And I tell my guys all the time that anybody we face has got us highlighted on the schedule, circled, stars next to it, all that. We're going to get everybody's best shot. And it's really been, I've been proud of them, is that's really a sign of toughness. Whenever you can, night in, night out, you got to bring your best, and because you're going to get everybody else's best.
You were unbeaten in conference play all the way leading up into Friday's loss at Fort Smith Northside. What makes you guys so successful down the line?
Well, I mean, it's great players. I'm very blessed to have. I've got 4 seniors that are a big part of what we're doing. I got three juniors, 2 or 3 sophomores, and a 9th grader. So I've got a little bit of every classification of every class, and it takes that for us to be what we've done. Especially going to be at 11-1 and doing what we've done. Our senior leadership has been well, and that, you have to have that. You have the experience to go through the grind of a 14-game conference schedule.
And luckily, you guys have a great underclassman with the name of Bryson Warren. He's a freshman. He's an SEC offer of 2 teams already, the Razorbacks and Texas A&M. Already as a freshman, that's crazy in itself. What do you see in him that college coaches do?
Well, I mean, his skill set is unreal. He shoots the basketball as good or better than anybody we've had. And we've only had him, like I said, just this year so far. And so his skill level was there. What's going to set him up? One thing that sets him apart is he's got a 4.0 GPA. That's not going to be an issue with him. And, the question that everybody, that all the college coaches are going to look at is, how's he mature physically? And he's probably one of the hardest working kids we've got. First one in the gym. He's always doing going the extra mile to get better with his skill set and physically. And once he turns into a man instead of a young man, which he is right now, I mean, the sky's the limit for him.
And as a freshman, you already mentioned it, he's got to grow a little bit, but he already has the work ethic down. He already has the shooting down. He has all these attributes. So down the line, what's his potential that you see as your head coach?
He could be as high as anybody we've ever had come through North Little Rock. And we've had some good ones. In my tenure as a head coach, you've had, Kayvon Allen and Anton Beard and Deshaun Watkins and KJ Hill. I mean, those are 4 high Division I athletes, and we've had many other ones that have went on to play college sports. And he could be right up there with them. There's still questions that he's got to answer, especially physically. But I mean, the sky's the limit for sure.
And he's not the only awesome underclassman you guys have. Sophomore Kalel Ware, 6'10" center. He was offered by the Razorbacks in January. What is your impression of him?
Well, first of all, you say you can't coach 6'10". I mean, that's there, and but he's very skilled for his size, and he shoots the ball extremely well. He shoots the ball from the 3-point line pretty well. Unbelievable free throw shooter, and so that's a huge plus. And once around December, things begin to click for him. And to where, I think it's just a confidence thing, more of a mental thing than anything that he can play. And he's a huge factor in what we're doing, and he's a problem on the offensive end. He's a problem on the defensive end, and he's really made us very good.
Yeah, 2 guys there that as they grow, I'm sure Razorback fans are going to be watching after really closely.
No doubt.
Now, we already mentioned Fort Smith Northside. They're ranked 2nd in the state. You guys are ranked 1st. You guys split your matches this year. You guys losing on Friday and North Little Rock winning earlier in the season. They won state in 2019 and 2017. You guys won in 2018. So everybody's kind of expecting you guys to clash again in that state title. What do you see in that team that's so difficult to defend?
Well, number one, they got the best player in the state right now in Jalen Williams. He's a hard guard. He can shoot the ball on perimeter, and he's really tough, because Friday night he went down in the paint and went to work on us. And we adjusted, but we got to such a bad start that we were playing uphill the whole game and never really could get over the hump. I think he's the difference in that, and we have to do a better job of defending him. But this is nothing new. Us in Northside, I said, they won it in 2017, beat us in the finals, and we turned around and played them again in 2018, and we won. And then we wasn't fortunate enough to get there with them last year, and they won it. So, this is nothing new to play them, and we've had epic battles, 3 and 4 overtime games in the past, and so everybody's expecting that, and so hopefully that wouldn't bother me to be in Hot Springs playing them again.
Yeah, March is right on the corner, and there's only 2 conference games left until that playoff start. What do you guys have to improve on until then?
Well, one of the things as a coach, you worry about peaking at the wrong time. I think last year's team with some injuries, and I think we peaked a little early. And I thought in the 2018, the year we won it, we peaked at the perfect time and played our best basketball the last 3 weeks. Never had a game probably inside 15, 16 points in that last 3 to 4 weeks. And so I planned back in August to start practice and what we're doing to try to peak at the right time. It's always a crapshoot. We don't know that. But I'm hoping that we're going to keep working. We were in the weight room today, and we were shooting this afternoon, and we're going to keep doing that same thing to get better and better. And I think we hadn't peaked yet, so I'm hoping this week, the next week, that we're playing our best basketball.
Hey, look, 4 state titles in 8 years, that does not happen by accident. So what's the culture in the building, in practice, in games, on the bench, on the sideline, wherever it might be, that gets you guys there, that actually is building the program to where it is now?
I'm a North Little Rock guy. I grew up there, played there. I was assistant for 14 years before I moved 18 inches over into that head coaching seat. And, for a long time, I would say, I would do this if I'm the head coach. I'd do that. And once I moved over there, I learned real quick it's not near much the X's and O's as you would think it would be, that is a culture. The culture is the big thing that coaches are talking about now, and I think that with the help of the first 3 groups I've had, that we had a culture that we're going to work real hard, we're going to play hard and play together, we're going to have fun, but they're going to be held accountable. And like I say, someone like Kayvon Allen, he was could be the best player on the team. He's the first one in the gym. He's the last one to leave. He was the most coachable kid there was. So your culture is really easy to be set when you got someone like that. Now, I had to tell him, so you kind of spoiled me, because I thought that's just the way everybody was, and it's not. But, that culture of, hey, we're going to play hard, play together, act right, treat each other with respect, and we're going to be held accountable, and there's going to be consequences when we don't do what we're supposed to. They've really bought into that, and these guys, they were in the 3rd, 4th grade, or 5th grade whenever we won our first title back in 13, and they know our history, and they want to continue that, so they take pride in that. So we've been blessed. There's no doubt about it.
Awesome, Coach. I can't wait to see what you guys do now and in the future. Thanks again for being here.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Coach. Next up, a look at what's up after the show on In Depth with Graham Bensinger.